Hi crafters, this is Julia for TheAlleyWayStamps today, and I want to show you how you can use your colored pencils on Kraft cardstock, because I just love intense colors on Kraft cardstock. I'm using the Oogles stamp set by TheAlleyWayStamps. There are some really fun images that you can color in, and I'm using my Prismacolor pencils, well sharpened, on a Kraft card base, which I have already prepared. It's a standard A2 size Kraft card base. Since I'm doing some embossing, I'm using my embossing buddy here to make sure that the embossing powder will only stick where it's supposed to stick. And for stamping, I'm using Versamark. Versamark is a clear sticky ink. The only purpose of this ink basically is to provide something for the embossing powder to hold on to. Stamping this down and making sure I press down well so I get a good impression of the image. And when I lift it up, you can see the outline here, and I'm going to pour my white embossing powder on top of it. And as you can see, it only sticks where the ink was. It doesn't stick anywhere else. And I'm going to repeat this for all the little monsters here, and then I'm going to heat set this with my heat gun, which makes sure that the embossing powder is set and doesn't smear. Now for the coloring, these are the colors that I'm using. You can pause the video to write down the numbers if you like. I'm using Prismacolor colored pencils, and I've learned this style of coloring from an online card class that is called Kit and Clouder. I have a link on my blog in the sidebar and on my YouTube channel in the video description. So you can jump directly to Elisa's classes, which I can wholeheartedly recommend. And the trick with colored pencils is to work in layers. This takes more time than Copics. And that's just the way it is. It takes more time, it takes a little bit more effort, but I think the results are totally worth it. I'm going to speed up the coloring a bit and then see you on the flip side. And I hope you enjoy it and you can learn something new. See ya! Alright, and here are the finished colored monsters, and I think it looks just fantastic on the Kraft cardstock. The colors really pop off the card. I haven't enhanced the image a bit. It's really this intense. I was so pleased with the result. I'm also heat embossing my sentiment, so I get a nice white impression here. And then I'm using liquid pearls. I think this is the color Platinum, which is basically white with a shimmer. And I'm just carefully putting down a few drops of liquid pearls around my monsters, just to add some additional interest to the card. And since that is liquid, don't dip your hand in it. It looks like a mess if you do that. Ask me how I know. Now, if you want them to smooth out a bit so they're more circular, just tap the card a little bit from behind, not too much, and they smooth out a little bit more. And then I grabbed my white gel pen. This is like an indispensable tool for me. I can't live without my white gel pen. And I'm adding dots all around. And what I like to do is I like to have 3 to 4 bigger dots that I put down first. And then I fill in the blanks, so to speak, with smaller dots. So you can see me draw 3 bigger dots and then I put in the smaller dots. It looks more random this way, at least it does to me. So I like the effect a lot more. Here is a close-up of the finished card, of the finished coloring. I hope you have enjoyed this card. If you did, leave me a comment, a thumbs up, or subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much and see you again soon. Bye!